This man found a kitten and, out of kindness, decided to take it home and raise it. He named the kitten Anzu. At first, Anzu was like any other cat, enjoying being petted. But then, the man had a child, and that child grew up and got married. Over the next 30 years, Anzu not only remained young but evolved into a cat demon capable of walking on 2 legs. Even more impressively, Anzu could ride a motorcycle to work and earn money for the family. This was because Anzu had developed a talent for massage, which made him highly sought after. Despite his unusual appearance, Anzu was not shunned by the villagers. In fact, he was quite popular. Every day, he enjoyed riding his motorcycle through the streets of the town, relishing the sense of freedom. Even dogs, tied up on leashes, envied him. But Anzu's peaceful life was disrupted by a little girl named Karen. Karen was the granddaughter of Anzu's owner. When Karen saw a huge cat riding a motorcycle, and even communicating with customers through a phone, she froze in place, unsure of what to do. Anzu asked her when she had come to the village, explaining that outsiders were not allowed to enter. He told Karen to leave immediately. Anzu didn't recognize Karen because her father, who had left the village after graduating many years ago, had gotten into trouble with gambling debts. His wife had passed away 3 years ago, and now he was desperate. He had come back to seek help from his father, who ran a temple. Upon arriving, he immediately asked for 1 million to pay off his debts. After not returning home for over a decade, he came and demanded such a large sum, leading to an argument between the father and son. Before leaving, the father asked his daughter to stay with her grandfather, at least so she could have food to eat. After Karen's mother passed away, she had been wandering with her father. Karen knew that her father had been kicked out because he couldn't get the money. She ran after him, giving him her last bit of pocket money. Her father promised he would return on her mother's Memorial Day to visit her grave. Whether Karen stayed with her father, who had no home, or with her grandfather, whom she had barely met, it didn't matter to Karen. In her heart, she only missed and mourned her deceased mother. But then Anzu appeared, bringing warmth back into her life. As an animal, Anzu not only earned money to support the family but also took care of the family's meals. Yet, he didn't find this difficult. He found happiness in his life. When Anzu put a fish on the ground to grill, he didn't mind the dirt and simply continued cooking it on the fire. Anzu and the grandfather enjoyed their meal, but Karen had no appetite, especially when she saw the dark, charred fish. Anzu, noticing her discomfort, tried to lighten the mood with a joke. On one of Anzu's work trips, he even deducted some of Karen's money, fearing she might spend it recklessly. But then, Anzu turned around and went to an arcade, where he played a game. Later that evening, he treated his friends to a meal and drank a lot of alcohol. His friend, who was now very old and had no car, no house, and no prospects, couldn't take it anymore and complained about his situation to Anzu. While Anzu's friend was complaining, an old man walked into the room. Only Anzu, being a demon, could see him. The old man was the legendary god of poverty, and with his presence, it was no wonder Anzu's friend had been unable to do anything with his life. The next day, Anzu decided to make pastries himself. He hoped the god of poverty would leave his friend alone. However, the god of poverty said it was his job and couldn't leave. Anzu then devised a plan to beat the god of poverty in a contest. He took out 2 dogtail grasses, and whoever picked the shorter one would lose. The god of poverty, feeling exasperated, still pulled out a dogtail grass. But Anzu, with a quick turn, added an extra length to his grass and won. The god of poverty lost, and Anzu was happy that his friend's fortune was about to change. Soon, it was the anniversary of Karen's mother's death. She had been waiting at the bus station for several days for her father to return, but he never showed up. Feeling